Hey there, buds, and welcome to not yet another episode of Creepy Crawly Fun Time with me, your cool friend, but instead, a new episode of a new show called College Propaganda Unboxing, in which I unbox and review college propaganda with you, my assumedly artsy and or college obsessed friends. Every once in a while, I receive a fat chunk of college propaganda in the mail. Now, I wanted to share this with you today because SAIC is known to have the most raucous and wild propaganda out of many of the schools. This shit gets wild. Sometimes it's a full-ass book that opens in two directions. This one is at least a soft cover. Sometimes it's a piece of paper perforated to fold into an origami box, and it's always absolute capitalist bull. And I'm excited to share that with you today. I've prepared a beautiful rubric to help me through this exciting discovery. I'm going to unbox this beautiful boy and tell you kind of what my warrant is on this boy. Now, let's get out some scissors. Oh, here we go. I don't know, this is a very bad setup for this, but get ready. Wow, I'm very into the packaging on this one, very shiny, which is really kind of a definite plus. Really, it tells me about the advertising budget and or the in-house faculties. A second layer, I like how it's kind of a tasteful metallic envelope. I think that might definitely go into the what the fuck category. This is definitely kind of ask a lot of questions. I've never seen packaging quite like this before. So, open it up. Ooh, Velcro. I like this is very sturdy. I can carry it around with me next to my heart as I go about my adventures. Wondering about the wider artistic world. Oh, so it's just a bunch of smaller kind of magazines about the school. So in the back we have the admissions checklist. Good. I do want to know how to apply to this school. That would be nice. Ooh, kind of a fun booger man. I always love to see that. Abstract shapes. Probably in the shape of some kind of lettering. Always a good sign. Let's see. We have student work, why SAIC admissions and financial services, student work, and careers and internships. All right. This is really... All right. Let's start out with weird formatting. Now, I will say, without even going through all these books, this formatting is pretty weird. What I'm looking for in an ideal example of weird formatting is like a strangely rectangular boy, maybe a few pages that are, a different size than all the others. There's an example of that in here. I'll find it one day. You gotta trust me that this book is... Oh, no. Wait. Aha. It's a weird book. It's very strange. Or like, like a triangle. So, I'm looking for that. I will say, I don't know if the exterior envelope counts as weird formatting. I'm going to say no, but the multi-magazine kind of approach for different sections isn't completely unheard of. Especially for SAIC, I expect something a little bit more raucous. I'm going to say we're halfway there. Now, what we're looking for next is word of inspiration. SAIC typically does this one very well, as seen in their pamphlet that I picked up last year, which is just really a bunch of words. This, to me, is in many ways kind of a primary example of kind of how weird these pamphlets truly are. Now, let's see if we've got any word of inspiration in here. More than one word that's trying to be inspirational, and I will not give it that point. I'm seeing some quotes. Our home is Chicago, you are our community. That's a pretty good vague quote, but it's not quite vague enough. SAIC, a breadth of choice? That doesn't count. This is really disappointing. If it was going to be anywhere in it, it'd definitely be in the YSAIC, right? Definitely not in admissions. Maybe in student work? They're not giving me any words. Living on that's not anything. These are just full-on quotes. They almost mean something. That doesn't count. All right, word of inspiration. They get nothing. These are full-ass sentences. That doesn't count. Our next very important standard is child happiness. How happy do these children look in these photos? This Otterbein pamphlet, I think, really exemplifies it. These images tell me nothing, except that there are smiling children somewhere on this campus. This gives me nothing. But now I know. But look at these children, so happy. Look at them. Having such a good time. I don't know. Do they have that in here? We'll find out. Mostly pictures of art, which is really not what I'm looking for. See, she looks okay, but no teeth. I really need that to make a sound decision. You know, maybe this, I don't think this is a student, maybe? I don't know. They're not in a group. I'm going to say no child happiness. I'm not really getting a sense of why the children are happy and how they're happy. And that's what I really need. The next thing I need to see is clever photography. How much do these images of the facilities make me think that the school is more spacious than it is? A great exemplar of that is the Micah book that I received a few months back. I spent some time on the campus at Micah. I gotta say, this building does not look that good on the inside. It's just, neither does this one. This is clever photography at its finest. They're making the building look spicier than it really is. Do they have that with these? We're gonna find out. Okay, that looks pretty spacious. Do we have any kind of, a nice crop? They're not letting us see kind of all the sad windows that this probably is. A crop, not the full ceiling. You know, maybe those walls aren't really that high. It's a mystery. You know. Yeah, a lot of cropping. I think that they get this point. I think that the true dimensions of the facilities are obfuscated enough that this counts as clever photography. Next on the list, price obfuscation. Do they admit that this school is heinously priced? Is it in any of these, I would say probably 200 pages worth of text? If it is, that is a poor choice on the part of these marketers. You know, I don't want to know how much the school costs when I get one of these pamphlets. I want to be dazzled by all of this other stuff and not actually perceive the pure sin that is the school. A beautiful example of this is the Milwaukee Institute of Art and Design's book. This is 375 pages of just pure art information about their programming, but nowhere in this entire book does it give a single hint about how much the school actually costs. They tell me all about how cool the scholarships are, but they do not reveal its dark secret, aka its price. If that's going to be in here, it's probably going to be in the admissions and financial services. If they have all of this shit might as well not have happened at all. Because if that is revealed, what's even the point? They're not even trying. Alright, if it's going to be in here, it's going to be in the back. Admissions, important dates, loans, federal work-study program, outside scholarships, transferring. I think that they might have done it. Maybe they did it. Maybe they've at least hit this particular bar. Tell me how to apply. Yeah, it's not in there. Good job, SAIC. You've obfuscated the price with great kind of competence. 10 out of 10. Oh, sorry, sir. I'm sorry, heterosexual marriage rabbit. Okay. Last but not least, the final category. What the fuck? How much does this series of magazines make me consider what art school even means? How long can I glare into these pamphlets and think, why does this happen? How is it a thinker? Look, I don't think that the pamphlets on their own are that wild. A lot of schools have, the strange text and the grouping of pamphlets. This strange metallic envelope is fairly fuckicious. Am I supposed to carry it around like a little secret? I don't know. What I'm looking for is just pure confusion. CCAD gave me a beautiful example of this. Various pamphlets in all shapes and sizes that say, "I will inspire my creative community." Who's I? Is it me? Is it the school? Is it the person that made this pamphlet? Who is I? How are they going to do it? Is CCAD involved? So many questions. The only question that this raises for me is, why the fuck am I carrying it around in a special metallic envelope? Is that a good question? I'm going to give it half points. Meaning, our final grade is 4 out of 7, 6, I guess. Whatever, math. All in all, pretty wacky, but definitely not the most disturbing I've ever received. Have a good time. Goodbye.